Hey, yo, good people, good people, good people. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another episode of Her Court, Her Rules. Y'all already know who it is. It's your girl, Najah Lee. And we here, we gonna politic with y'all real quick. We ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. I got 2 words for y'all. Free Angel. Free Angel. Free Angel. Bruh. I'm sick and tired of it, y'all. I'm sick and tired of it. Let's get right into the shenanigans, bruh. Free Angel. Free her. You feel me? This system, yo, this system that she been operating in Chicago, man, it's time for a new one. It's time for a new one. And today, with y'all, we're going to talk about and we're going to explore some options with our dear Angel, right? We're going to talk about and try to see what's a good fit. What's a good fit for Angel? Okay? Let's talk about it together, y'all. Let's talk about it together. Hold on. Let me get right. We got a free Angel today, and we going as a community, we're gonna figure out what's the best place for her. What's the best place for her? All right, put y'all thinking caps on. I'm gonna pull up some rosters, and we really gonna try to land and figure out. We gonna all play GM today. Okay, we're all gonna play the GM today, and we gonna put Angel in the best situation for her next season, because we all know it ain't Chicago. Whether whoever side you on, whether you on management side or Angel side, don't even matter at this point. Angel gotta go. So free Angel, we gonna get you out of here some way, somehow. Okay, sign up petitions. It's somewhere. Let's go. Before we get into that, y'all, let's talk about real quick about the games. Let's recap the games last night. Yesterday, when we did our weekly recap, Her Court, Her Rules. What up, E? What up, Eric? Welcome to Her Court, Her Rules. Definitely free Angel. I'm trying to tell you, bro. If y'all really with it with the free Angel, put the fists in the chat. Okay, we gonna figure out a plan today for our girl. Okay, and y'all make sure y'all go support them Reese One drops. Okay, I really got my eyes set on them pearl ones, them dust johns. They gotta come to a store near me though. I need a Dix, a Hibbit, or somebody to have them in the store so I can actually see them and put them on. Okay, I'm a mature lady now, so I can't just go buy any old shoe because it look good. It gotta feel good too. Okay, so shout out to y'all for pulling up today. Last night, the games were pretty crazy last night. The first game up was obviously the force of the game 3. They're trying to force the game 3. So Phoenix came in there saying, listen, I know y'all won on our court, but guess what? We could win on your court too. Her court, her rules. Put the fist in the chat if it's free Angel. Put the fist in the chat if it's free Angel, right? So Mercury went to New York. Y'all know that's a hostile facility. You know, Brooklyn, the lights shine bright in Brooklyn. Y'all know when you go to Barclays, you got the celebrities there. You got all that. But the one thing they didn't have in Brooklyn was a healthy Breanna Stewart. And with all the injuries that New York has faced this year, you know, Stewie being out, JJ being out, Sabs being out, it seems to me that they haven't really gotten on one accord since the top of the season. So I'm hoping that New York can go ahead and finish this series out the way they should. But it would be technically an upset, right? They are the 5th seed team playing the 4th seed Mercury. So I mean, 4 and 5, we splitting hairs here. We talking about, you know, whoever play the best defense or have the most rebounds is gonna win. But for real, they're a pretty balanced team. So the first game, it went how I expected it. I knew that New York was gonna win, but I did not know they were gonna put belt to aha. Did not know that. Did not know it was gonna be a blowout. I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, blowouts in the playoffs between the 4 and 5 seeds, I just it's abysmal. Despicable me. Well, not me, them. Okay, I didn't get blown out. I turned it off. I said, oh no, I can't take no more of this. Where's my clicker? So I moved on from that game. But the second game was an intense game, right? Minnesota Lynx and the Valks. And the Valks had a really good game, you know what I mean? Really good effort. You feel me? Really good effort. And they made that game really interesting the entire game. But Minnesota Lynx proved to be the Minnesota Lynx yet again. Okay, led by their MVP in Nafisa Collier, you feel me? She had a great game. I mean, everybody just did what they were supposed to do, especially at that end. And this was a low scoring game, but it was an intense game. Like great defense, great offense all the way around. So, you know, that being said, I mean, I can't really be mad at the games from yesterday. Look at our top performers. Alyssa Thomas did exactly pretty much what we thought she was going to do yesterday. We predicted somewhere around 15, 9, and 9. What she gave was 15, 6, and 7. Okay, great. But the way she controlled the game, controlled the tempo, made the people get into the spaces, the right spaces on the court at the right time. I mean, she was just directing. You feel me? She was doing what she needed to do to make sure that her team forces a game 3. So everybody who stepped up needed to step up, including Satu Sabali. I mean, she missed her last 12 shots. My co-host on Her Court, Her Rules Wednesday nights, Hustle said that. He was like, the last 12 shots she missed, okay, in game 1. So if Phoenix is going to be something, their wings has to contribute. So the unicorn and Kalia Cop, it can't be, oh, I show up here and there. Like, you got to show up consistently. If you want to be labeled a great, if you want to be labeled, what I'm saying, a okay person, a good player, then yeah, then show up when you want to show up. But if you don't show up in the playoffs, come on. And because of Kalia Copper, we know her to show up in the playoffs, right? She was a finals MVP with Chicago. So I'm not like, it's not a stretch. It's not like something that we haven't seen before and we asking her to do the unknown or the unthinkable. No, I'm asking you to do what you already do. You feel me? So tap in, get you some extra yoga in, go to the sauna, okay? And get you in a line. You feel me? In a line and become a little bit more aggressive and more efficient on the offensive end. And that's for Kalia Copper. But overall, the team improved both offensively and defensively. So I'm not mad at how the Phoenix showed up. Shout out to them. Again, shout out to the links, you know what I'm saying? Nafisa Collier, MVP things. Well, y'all know who my MVP is, but I'm giving, the flowers where they're due to Nafisa Collier. She played an amazing game, and I ain't never been no hater. Okay, not a hater. Ain't no hateration in me at all. Okay, so shout out to Fifi, 24.7 rebounds, 4 assists. Did a great job. And then all her supporting cast showed up as well. So that's exactly what you need to move on to the semifinals. And what? Clinch. We off to the semifinal. Well, not we, they, we, them, y'all off to the semifinals. Okay, swept. That's practically what I expected. I expected them to sweep Golden State in this condition. Now a healthy Golden State with Kayla and Tip Hayes and no. That thing going 3 games. But this one, you know what I mean, is what it is. Salute to them. I ain't no hater. You feel me? Boom. All right, so here we are with the brackets. This is where the brackets stand right now. We got Minnesota Lynx. They have moved on. Let me make this bigger, at least. Nope, that's wrong. So let's go back. They moved on, right? So they have advanced to the semis. The next round is best of 5. We don't know who they're gonna play yet. We won't know that until Friday. So on Friday, when Mercury in New York battle, they will already know who they are going to play. Well, I mean, obviously, we already knew that who they were going to be meeting them in the semis anyway. So boom. On the flip side, tonight we have some great games tonight. We have the force of the game 3 with Aces in Seattle. That's our second game, and our first game is the force of the game 3 in Atlanta against Indiana. So y'all let me know. Y'all here, pull up, get in the comments. Let me know who y'all have tonight's predictions. Let me think about it. Okay. Let's see. We got Aces. Oh, what's the first game? We got Dream or Fever. Okay. Tonight. Atlanta Dream or Fever tonight. I am going to go this way. It's in Atlanta. They're probably going to have somewhere around 3,800 people there in there. Their arena is not big. Okay. The high school games sell out more than Atlanta Dream games. So, but that's another story. So I will have Atlanta Dream at home tonight winning. I think it's a double-digit win tonight. And here's why. Ryan didn't have a good game. Alicia Gray didn't have a good game. Bree Jones didn't have a great game. I mean, Canada didn't have a great game. I mean, none of the starters, Naz Hillman didn't have a great game. I mean, this last, wrap it up home game, whoo, that should be the time where all the lights and the energy and the momentum and the adrenaline. So yeah, I'm gonna take Atlanta tonight by double digits with our core four showing up: Ryan, Alicia, Bree, and Nas. With them four showing up. If Canada dry, y'all, y'all, I keep calling Jordan Canada dry, and I swear it's no shade. I just don't. I love Canada dry. That is my favorite pop. No shade. However, I don't be meaning to call her that, but players F up. So my bad. If Jordan Canada gives us, 8+ points, 5+ assists, 2-3 rebounds, you know what I'm saying? That's great. That's great. I'll take that from Jordan Canada. Okay. If Pow replicates last night's game, give us about 10, 11 points. You know what I mean? Maybe two assists, 2-3 assists, 2-3 rebounds, something like that off the bench. I'm taking that too. So yeah, if everybody show up and hit the shots and play like they need to play like Atlanta Dream has been playing, especially at the close of that season, this season, I got Atlanta Dream tonight, pretty clear in a double-digit win tonight. So that's what I got. The playoff schedule, again, y'all know what we got tonight. Tomorrow we have other games. That's going to be on Thursday, okay, 7:30. These are tomorrow's games, y'all. So this is important to note. Tomorrow's games are on ESPN2. Tonight's games are on ESPN. Okay, so don't get caught up trying to find the games tomorrow thinking they're gonna be on ESPN. So that's why every episode that we've been covering the WNBA since the playoffs has started to like kind of build up, we've been showing y'all the schedule so y'all know exactly what channels to go to. And this is gonna be really important going into next season when you will have more basketball on more apps like Peacock and Prime and things like that. So that's what's up. That's what we got. All right, so boom. Let's go ahead and let's find our girl a home. Let's find our girl a home. All right. So let me pull up. Okay, so y'all see the cover here, right? So I kind of thought that, I mean, there's 13 teams in the W, right? So she's on one. So there's 12 potential landing spots, technically, that Angel can be. When you just look at the entire league, there are 12 other teams she can be on, technically. Now, in reality, though, there's not a lot of teams that she can either fit on, or a lot of teams that even have the flexibility to make the space to involve her in an offense or defense, right? Some teams will have to make very, very tough decisions, and we're going to talk about them now, right? So I just kind of thought about the entire league, looking at our playoff contenders right now, looking at where she is, kind of how her game is evolving, how I'm thinking her game is going to continue to evolve. What teams kind of make sense? So off the top of my head, I thought DC, Dallas, LA, Connecticut, and a reach in New York. Okay, that's my 5th team, right? So my Mount Rushmore teams that Angel can go to and thrive, and we're gonna talk about it collectively, are DC, LA, Dallas, Connecticut. 15, New York. All right, so let's go to it. So let's go start with DC. Let's start with Washington Mystics. Let's start with the Washington Mystics. All right, so here we go. Roster. All right, so we're going to start just by looking at these teams' rosters. Okay. And let's just play around. Let's have a good time today. Let's have a good time today. We ain't gonna talk about contracts and I don't care about none of that. I don't care. Let me tell you something. I don't care nothing about no contract when we just saw Luka get traded. That's why I don't care nothing about the contract. Okay. That's exactly why I don't care nothing about the contract, because we just saw Luka get traded. So nobody in their mind would had ever thought that, yeah, Luka is about to get traded. It wasn't in the contract, right? But here it is. He on a whole nother team. So contracts, schmontracts. That's how I feel about it. So boom. That's why we ain't talking about it. We just gonna try to find a home regardless of the bureaucracy behind it. Boom. Let's talk about the Mystics. So they have Amore, who obviously didn't play this season. She tore her ACL during the preseason, right? Training camp. So get well soon, Amore. We will expect to see her for her technically her sophomore year, which would be her first played season in a W. So we'll see her 2026 season. Okay, Shakira Austin plays the forward position. And matter of fact, let me pull up Angel Reese's stats 2025. Let's go. Now, y'all, I be using for stats. I like to use basketball reference for stats. I think their stats, how they are itemized, is a little bit more comprehensive, and like you can filter things out a little bit more. So here we go. So let's just get to know Angel Reese a little bit more. She is a 6'3", 165-pound point forward now, shooting out of her left hand. Out of Maryland. Obviously, we know a little bit about her background, or a lot of bit about her background at this point. You know, went to Maryland, transferred to LSU, win a trophy, hit the high, coming to the league. Didn't get rookie of the year. Shout out to Caitlin, but did break all type of rebound records. And yeah, so here is Angel, right? So this season she played 30 games, right? So she missed a significant amount of time, right? 44 games total. She played 30 games. She averaged 14.7 points, 12.6 rebounds, 3.7 assists, shooting 45.8, let's say 46, shooting 46% from the field. No, we're not even gonna talk about this. Shooting 18% from three, 75% from the free throw. And those are the numbers that we own. That's the only numbers we need to care about. That's the last 5 games. We don't care about that. Okay, so this is what I need. More of this. Okay, so I need to compare it to the last year as well. Okay, boom. So last year, let's compare it to last year. Last year she played 34 games. I mean, her numbers are about on par. Last year, y'all, she shot 39% from the field. She improved that roughly about 6%. So she improved her shooting percentage about 6%. Points stayed about the same. 3-point percentage stayed about the same. This is a number here that I need to see improve. 2-point percentage. Again, I don't care about this 3-point number. I actually wish that the 3-point percentage was 0. I wish she never take 3-point shots, especially when your 2-point field goals aren't significantly consistent or solid. It's not necessarily a threat if you're big shooting 40% from 2. So I need that to improve. But overall, Angel Reese has an evolving game, right? She doesn't have who she is today. Who Angel Reese was this past season is not who I expect her to be going into her 3rd season, right? Year over year, she has proven to us that she takes the game of basketball very seriously. She wants to improve her game on all aspects of basketball, from leadership to ball handling. You feel me? She is evolving all around as a woman, as a conscious citizen on this planet. Okay, we need more of those. And then forget all that, just as a basketball player. You feel me? One thing that I want to see as a fan is to see evolution in players' game year on and year out. And I say that because one of my faves, obviously all-time faves, Kobe, and then you got Jordan. You feel me? You got KG. These are some of my people. Chauncey Billups, Andre Miller. These are players that from their rookie season to when they retired, you can actually track the progress in their game, the evolution, the maturation in their game, so that every year is not just, you know what I mean? I'm Andre Miller, so all I do is drop dimes, drop like no, I got to figure out how to get my shots, how to get everybody involved, this, that, and the third. So shout out to Angel, because this year she has shown that I can take my game up a notch, even during the season. So regardless of what the naysayers are saying, she's learning to capitalize on the moment, capitalize on the opportunity, and then where there are opportunities for growth and strengthening certain weaknesses that she have and she's had, she goes to the gym, she get to work. So I appreciate the players that work on their game, you know what I mean. And this is a sidebar, shout out to Veronica Burton, most improved player. She improved her game in every statistical category this season. You can attribute that to her own personal development in the gym, one-on-one with her, just her and herself, her versus her. But then you can also, shout out to great coaching, a great system that allowed her to really thrive. And that's the important part of today's episode here, is to really figure out, what place can Angel thrive. So let's go back over here to Washington Mystics, right? So the first four that's on the court, since we kind of know a little bit about Angel's game, right? We know a lot of bit about her game. We know she's evolving as a ball handler, as a passer. Does she have a consistent mid-range jump shot? No. Does she miss, maybe too many layups? Yeah, possibly. But what she's really great at are the things you can't teach. Can't teach hustle. Can't teach somebody how to be a great defender. Can't teach somebody how to rebound. These are all natural abilities. Some people are more naturally skilled offensively, then some people are more naturally skilled defense, hustle, the intangibles type of thing. However, I can teach you offensive skills. Defense is about reaction, instinct, just the desire to want to stop somebody and a desire to want to win an extra possession. So that part can't be taught. Okay, you can't get into the gym and say, how do I get better as a defender? You can work on your lateral movement. You can work on just trying to read the defense and trying to be quicker in your reads, or read the offense and quicker in your defensive reads. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Either you good or you stink. You feel me? Or you stink. So um Shakira Austin is a player that, matter of fact, let's pull up Shakira Austin. Because when we're looking at finding a home for Angel Reese, we have to look at who else is going to be on the court with her. And so I'm looking at the complementary forwards, either the forwards that we need to say we need to move on from this forward for Angel Reese, or we need to pair this forward with Angel Reese, right? So Washington Mystics have already went into the not really rebuild stage, but the let's trim the fat type of thing. Like, they are honing in on their identity. Now, I don't really quite know what their future plan of their identity is, but obviously they love the Kiki and the Sonya Citron connection. They also love Shakira Austin. So when we think about where Angel can potentially land, I think a DC might work. Okay, now y'all get into the chat if y'all think that I'm bugging or whatever, but let's talk about it, right? So we got Shakira Austin. Now, Shakira Austin is known for more of her scoring abilities, more of her one-on-one of scoring abilities. I mean, she is a great just individual scorer. I mean, she got a package. Like, she got the one leg. Obviously, bigs. I just love the one leg turnaround. When you hit me with that little dirt, you feel me? You give me that? Yeah. You one of those. So she got that. I mean, she can finish with both hands around the basket. She can shoot. So I like her, right? So this is the Maryland connection, right? The Maryland connection with Shakira and Angel. And here's why I'm saying, I think Angel and Shakira will work well together, right? Shakira can space the floor. So you with Angel, because I envision Angel being very fluid around the court, not necessarily being paint out or wing down. You feel me? I feel like she's going to be able to bounce around and pick her spots where she wants to engage offense. So I think that DC, if you pair Angel Reese and Shakira Austin down low, I really, really think that can be extremely problematic. Okay. Because you got the cleanup board queen in Angel, but you also have a really, really good passer in Angel, right? Somebody with really great vision. That can create a havoc for just the drop off passes, kind of similar to the connection between Angel and Camilla. But I think Shakira is would be a better fit because Shakira can play a little bit further away from the basket and she can put the ball on the court as well. So when you can get somebody the ball around 20 feet and kind of give them their space, and she can put the ball on the floor, 1-2, bop, bop, bop. So yeah, you got something right there. When I see Shakira Austin play, I always say she reminds me of like a baby Asia. You feel me? Like a baby Asia Wilson, like Asia in training. Okay. You can tell what type of players, what players watch whose game, right? We know the Jordan school. We know the Kobe school. We know I don't think LeBron really got a school, but we know the Steph school, right? We know the kind of schools and philosophies of play as far as how people attack on their offense. And I think Shakira kind of be looking at Asia. But listen though, if you do, that would be smart. I would too. You feel me? I definitely would too. Um, Eric says, after dealing with Chicago's leadership, I need her with a strong ownership, GM, and coach. Absolutely, absolutely. I totally agree. And that's kind of another reason why I'm saying the Mystics. The reason why I'm saying the Mystics is because they are super well coached, right? Super well coached. Mr. Sidney Johnson. This his first year in the W? Yes, yes, yes. This is his first year as a WNBA head coach. And I think he did extremely awesome. He was faced with adversity out the gate. Their number one draft pick in Georgia Amore suffered a season-ending loss before the season even started. So he had that blow, losing your point guard. You feel me? So obviously we know how traumatic it is to lose any player, but to lose your point guard, your whiz, your computer on the court, I mean, that's a blow. Then they were figuring out, we got rookies on the court, we got, I'm saying, we got new keys, new pieces, we got a lot of moving pieces, right? They end up moving off of Aaliyah Edwards, moving off of Brittany Sykes. You feel me? That what does that do? That empowers your youth movement even more. That gives more touches to Shakira. Now she don't necessarily have to share those touches with Aaliyah Edwards. That gives more rhythm and flow in the offense. With Citron just running off screens and just losing her defenders here and there, or all over the place. I mean, so I think that Angel would look good with Shakira, right? But now here's the question. What we gonna do with Kiki? What we gonna do with Kiki? Now, one would say you would be crazy to trade or to move off Kiki. It would be way too early. She's too talented offensively to trade her for defense. Because that would be saying that you are comfortable where you are offensively as a whole, that even if you lost the offense in Kiki, what she's providing, you feel like you could still make it up between between Angel and maybe Amore coming back. Potentially, right? But let's play both sides. Because anything can happen. Yeah, you can even swap Kiki for Angel, right? You can probably even swap that. Business wise, I don't know how it would go, like, for the fans probably wouldn't like that, but you could probably even swap that. Kiki wouldn't like that either, because who the hell want to go to Chicago at this point? I want not just free Angel, I want free Camilla, I want free everybody. I just want everybody out of there. Okay, everybody out of there. So I think that if you keep Kiki and you have Angel and Shakira Austin on the same team, I think you bring Shakira back off the bench. I think you start Angel and Kiki with Citron and Amor. That third person, probably JC Sheldon. Maybe you may want to go even bigger in length. But I think you bring Shakira Austin off the bench. So she's not playing bench minutes. She's still playing really good minutes because she's not only subbing in for your center, but she's subbing in for your power forward too. So she's going to get, 27, 28 minutes a game, every game, right? And now out of those 27, 28 minutes, probably 30 minutes a game, she's probably going to, get us somewhere around 15, 16 points. If she's getting 16 points off the bench, you can pencil her in for being your sixth woman of the year. Okay. I think Shakira Austin has a perfect game to be off the bench. And if you bring her off the bench, you got space for Angel and for Kiki to go ahead and dominate as the bigs in DC. So that's my pitch for DC specifically. Move Shakira to the bench. Okay. Bring Angel in to start with Kiki. You could trade a pick. You could trade picks away, whatever you need to do, but you can make it work with Angel and Kiki in the starting lineup alongside Citron, Amor, and JC Sheldon potentially. I'm running with that starting lineup. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna put it in the chat. You got Amor. Oops, let me do all caps. Amor. How y'all like this starting lineup? Georgia Amor. I like that shit. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Georgia Amor at the 1, Citron at the 2, JC Sheldon at the 3, possibly at the 3. We don't know. Put a pencil in it. Kiki at the 4, Angel at the 5. Angel playing a point forward alongside Amor, who's playing a point. You got Citron bouncing off these screens, and you got screens coming from Kiki and from Angel. Oh no. Yeah, no. That's what I'm on that time. That's what I'm on. So that's my case for free Angel, Senator DC. Free Angel to Senator DC. I like Angel with Kiki, Shakira coming off the bench with Suge. I like that. All right, moving on to the next one. Dallas. Let's talk Angel in Dallas. All right, let me go ahead and pull up Dallas's roster. Excuse me. Let me pull up Dallas roster. All right. Here we go. We got Dallas roster right here. All right, so this works really well because out the gate, you can move on from Grace Berger. No shade, but you can move on from Grace Berger. You can move on from Maisha Hines Allen, right? So you got two bigs out the gate that you can move on from. I'm not moving on from Diamond Miller because she's 6'3" and 24 years old. So I'm not moving on from Diamond Miller, right? That's without a doubt. She's gonna stay a forward on my team. I am going to move on, however, from Maisha Hines Allen. She is the oldest person on the team outside of I don't even know who Amy girl is. Okonkwo. I don't know who that is, so never met her. I don't know that man. Woman. Y'all know the Kiki. I don't know. I'm sorry to that man. That's what I'm thinking. I'm sorry to that man when Kiki said that shit. That was hilarious. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna keep Diamond, move on from Maisha Hines Allen, move on from Grace Berger. So those two slots right there, you already got two spaces that you can easily slide, easily bring Angel in, right? In transition. Now she can anchor down your center and your paint. So let's just play with it. Let's play with the starting lineup. All right, so I'm thinking that Enrique not gonna be there next year, y'all. I don't know. I just my gut is telling me, and at least I try my best. I try my best not to go against my gut, bro. And I do not think Enrique is gonna be there next year, right? Okay, and they got picks too. So boom. Let's say Enrique gone, they draft a guard. You got a ton of guards coming out. Matter of fact, let me see ESPN class of 2026. Okay. Let me go because I pulled this up before. So we got a ton of guards coming out. Right? So we got Ozzy Fudd, she's coming out, right? Boom. You got Olivia Miles. Olivia Miles is coming out. You got Tanaya Latson is coming out. You got Flaw J, okay? You got Ashlyn Jackson. So you got a lot of guards coming out. If I'm Dallas, I'm moving on from Enrique. I do not want to keep being tied into these veterans that are underperforming or are not consistent or are one court, like all play on one side of the court. Enrique ain't known for no defense. She known for her offense, and her offense be all over the place. So that being said, I will go ahead and move off of Enrique. Let's go back to the roster. And I'm going to draft one of those guards that we just looked at. You know, Azzy Fudd, Tanaya Latson, Olivia Miles, right? Let's just say Flau'jae. Let's just say you drafted another guard, right? I will say a one-on-one guard. Because you got Isaiah James, you got JJ Quinterly. Like, I don't know if they're going to keep them, but you do have Isaiah and JJ. So with Isaiah and JJ, you do have guards that are there that can help initiate the offense, that can play good, solid defense, and that can have minimal turnovers, right? So 2 good, solid guards coming off the bench. I'm going to draft a one-on-one scorer that's also a two-way, right? Walk-in bucket, but can also make some key defensive plays. Based on the top prospects, I'm gonna flip back to it. Flau'jae Johnson fits that perfectly, right? Flau'jae fits that perfectly because Flau'jae is a great defender, but we know Flau'jae can go and get a bucket. She can go and get a bucket. So that being said, I think if the cards fall where Dallas can draft Flau'jae, get her. Move off of Enrique. Let's go back to the roster. Get Flau'jae. Move off of Enrique. Get rid of Grace Berger. Get rid of Myisha Hines Allen. I think she's on a 1-year contract anyway. So clear up some space for your bigs. Go and you got Lee Yaroo, okay? Then go ahead and snag up Angel. So you can potentially start, let's talk about it. You can start Lee Yaroo, Angel, Paige, Flau'jae, and whoever else you want to start. Hell, you can put Isaiah James out there. For real. Like, you can really do some things. So Dallas is a perfect place for Angel. You know what I mean? I would love to see Paige, Flau'jae, Angel, Lee Yaroo, and Diamond Miller in a starting lineup. You got length. Now, who running your point? Probably Paige. I think Paige is the point guard of the future. But if she don't want to be the point guard, then you can start JJ Quinterly. Start JJ. Hell, put JJ out there. Paige, Flau'jae, Lee Yaroo, and Angel. Boy, hey, look. First of all, defensive will be played. And you got Paige and Flau'jae out there. That would be like Ryan and Alicia Gray, except for but Paige and Flau'jae both are a little hungry, like out the gate. I feel like Alicia Gray had to find the right coach, you know what I mean? And then it was, you know what I'm saying? She was sanctioned. You feel me? Eric said, Flau'jae and Angel. Is Flau'jae's mama gonna keep her mouth shut? I mean, listen, I know they had kind of had a little, you know what I'm saying, some little exchanges or whatever. I mean, and I'm just trying to keep it basketball. Like, I'm just looking at the picture of who coming out, and I mean, it's always politics involved, and it's always just like who you just don't want to, you know what I'm saying, play with, or if the vibe ain't vibing no more. So I don't know if they maybe not on the same page the way it seemed like they were. But you know what I mean? That would be my dream. But again, if Flo J don't end up on that team and you get Azzy or you get, Olivia Miles, you actually go draft Olivia Miles, allow Olivia Miles to be your point guard. You slide Paige to your shooting guard. Now you got length, height as a point guard who is a true point guard who can still get her own bucket. I mean, I'm gonna take that. I can take Olivia Miles, Paige. Let me see who can. Diamond Miller, Lee Rule, and Angel. Come on. Get into the chat. Let me know what y'all thinking. That starting line up crazy. Aaliyah. Come on. Hold on. I gotta put it on screen so y'all know. Hold on. Cause y'all bugging. Hold on. We got Olivia Miles. Point at the 1. This might be the best. Olivia Miles. Who we said at the 2? Oh yeah, Paige. Oh yeah, this is it. Who at the 3? Diamond. Who at the 4? Oh, Lee. Oh yeah. And then who at the 5? Angel. Oh. All right. That's it right there. Hold on. This is starting 5. Hold on, I gotta put that in. Yeah, this it. This Dallas starting 5. This is Dallas starting 5 that I will put out there. If you can draft right and make it work. This is who I got Dallas starting 5, including Angel. I got starting at the point guard Olivia Miles. I got starting at the shooting guard, obviously, rookie of the year, Paige Beckers. I got starting at the small forward, who definitely deserves an opportunity to start, get significant minutes, and prove her worth in the W. 6'3" Diamond Miller. Of course, Lee Rule. Come on. And then I got Angel, to be my center. Starting 5. What y'all think? What y'all think about that? I'm taking that. As the New Yorkers would say, I'm jacking that. Okay, I'm jacking that. All right. So yeah, that's what I got. Boom. All right. Who else we got? So out of DC and Dallas make the best sense. Between DC and Dallas makes the best sense. All right. I think another good potential landing place is the Connecticut Sun. Let's talk about the Connecticut Sun real quick. I think they're a good option. I don't know if a lot of people really looking at it the way I am, but let's talk about it. Let me see if we got a comment. Hello, new here, but I like Raven Johnson. Hey, yo, shout out to you. Welcome to Her Core, Her Rules. Appreciate the pull up. Definitely appreciate you pulling up to the chat and getting active with us. Yo, I love Raven Johnson. I think Raven Johnson is, again, that point guard of the future. I think she's big. I think she's super smart. She has great ball handling abilities. I think that I would like to see her improve offensively a little bit. Her jump shot need to be a little bit consistent. More consistent, I mean. I feel that all point guards should be deadly 3-point shooters. That doesn't mean that you need to had the ability to shoot all 3 combo crossovers and step backs and all that. No, but what that means is that if somebody leave you open, they should regret that. Right now, Raven Johnson hasn't really switched over into that mode where it's like, you know what I'm saying? She's just a knockdown 3-point shooter. So we'll see how this last season goes with the Gamecocks, but I think she's gonna have a great career regardless. But here's hoping. I mean, the Gamecock guards that graduate and go into the W don't necessarily do well in the W. Not the guards. Now, the bigs do crazy, but the guards not so much. So, and I think it's because the guards that got the offensive skills, like let's say D Henny, right? She ain't big enough. She wasn't big enough for the W. And then Zaya Cook, I think she had great offensive skills, but again, her jumper wasn't consistent enough. So And I think it's a little bit of politics with that too, because I like Zaya Cook and I like her game, but hey, it is what it is. He said, I agree, but she is great defensively. Yeah, man, Raven Johnson, like if you got her in your backcourt, like think about Raven Johnson has a Skylar Diggins type of game. She can be great offensively, but I just think she need the right coach to make sure she keep that switch on. Because similar to Skylar Diggins is that she's got takeover power at any game. That's the type of energy she is. That's the type of light she is, and she has that ability skill wise. However, I just think that she's so determined, similar to Raven Johnson, to make sure that she's being the point guard. She's getting everybody involved. She's controlling the tempo. She's making sure that everybody's in the right spot and that NECA's getting her numbers in. You know what I'm saying? Gabby is getting some open shots and Brittany is getting some shots. So I think Raven is like that, similarly to Skylar Diggins, where, I mean, the world is her oyster if she is just more aggressive. That's it. That's it. Just get more aggressive. Once she get more aggressive, man, it's up. And we gonna see what this season, especially when you got some changes in that locker room. You know, sidebar from WNBA, South Carolina Gamecocks got some changes in their locker room. We had people, you know what I'm saying, Malaysia for Wiley that transferred from the school, y'all. That's crazy. Ain't nobody leaving Dawn. Malaysia said, "Poop, I'm out of here. I'm about to go holler at LSU. Go rock with Mulkey in there." You feel me? So with these changes in the locker room, and I think they got even more of a chip on their shoulder going into this season, the Gamecocks. Yeah, I think Raven gonna have something to prove for sure. For sure. Last year too. So she go out there and get some work, get that work in and show that she got a jumper this year. She can get drafted top. She might can get drafted. Hold on, what's that? They don't even have her in the top 10 right now. They don't even have Raven in the top 10 of prospects right now. So for her to make it in the top 10, let me see if she's even in. Her best chance is try to crack into that top 15 prospect. Because top 15, you got a center at 15, you got Kiki Rice, you got Rory Harmon. We know Rory from Texas. You feel me? We know Kiki Rice from UCLA. Yeah. Oh yeah, Maryland, Yarden. We know Yarden from Maryland. So they got some good guards coming out, but I think this upcoming draft is more power forward center heavy. So she can crack into that top 15 if she show out this season. Go ahead, break them. Break them off something. Shout out to Not Sure About That for getting active in the chat. Shout out to Eric Alford. Boom. So let's go. So I think, oh yeah, we're talking about Connecticut. Boom. So let's go into this roster. All right. So Tina Charles here, we don't know. She might come back next season. We don't know. We'll figure it out. Aaliyah Edwards is there. They traded for Aaliyah Edwards. They moved off from Brittany Sykes. It was a multiple team trade. Brittany Sykes went to obviously Seattle. JC Sheldon, who is in Connecticut, is now in DC, and Aaliyah Edwards is in Connecticut. So let's look at these forwards who could potentially move on from. Haley Peters. Haley Peters. They can move on from her. They probably won't move on from Aaliyah Edwards and Anissa Morrow. Okay? Again, Anissa Morrow. Come on. Anissa Morrow and Angel Reese. Come on. Stop it, y'all. Just go ahead and stop it. Come on. Go ahead and stop it. All right. So let's talk about the roster. Let's talk about what the starting lineup could potentially look like. So I think you start Marina. Obviously, you definitely start Marina. You start Bria Hartley if Bria Hartley is still on his team. If Bria Hartley is still on his team, you start her at guard. You start Marina Mabry. Okay. I'm going to even go start Sanaya Rivers. She's 6'1". She is 6'1" guard. She can defend 3 to 4 positions. Put Sanaya Rivers in there. Start her. That's a no-brainer. So, out the gate, I got Bria, Marina, and Sanaya Rivers. Now, I'm going to go I'm gonna go Angel power forward, Aaliyah Edwards center. See what I did here? I'm gonna go Angel power forward, Aaliyah Edwards center. Yeah. Yeah. Angel Anesthesia and Sanaya. Yo. 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 That would be crazy. And I still got Anissa coming off the bench though. You feel me? Because I'm starting. Okay, let's say I'm just gonna keep Bria Hartley there. I don't know if she's gonna be there next season or not. But I knew you meant Anissa. That's why I just said it. Like I thought maybe you call her that as a nickname. Like she be putting them to sleep. Anesthesia. I don't know. I know what you was talking about. But I knew for sure that you meant Anissa. So if you got Bria Hartley, point guard. Let me put it back up in the thing. Bria Hartley, point guard. Shooting guard, Mabry. And then shooting guard, Mabry. Sanaya Rivers, small forward. It looked like Eric probably want to go Anissa, power forward. Okay, well, let's do that. Let's go Bria Hart, but you know Bria Hartley and Angel kind of got into it a little bit this season, but whatever. Let's just play with it. More than likely, they probably moving off of Bria Hartley. Bria Hartley is 32 years old, so there's a great chance that Bria Hartley will not be on this team next season. So they're probably going to get a point guard in the draft. So whomever that may be, this is the worst team in the league. They're going to have the best pick. So that's probably going to be, could potentially be Olivia Miles, Azzy Fudd. It could be, I don't know, but they definitely need a point guard. So you got your point guard, whoever that may be, boom. Shooting guard, Marina. Small forward, Sanaya. Power forward, Angel. Then power forward, Anissa, center, Angel. So you bring back the pair, the duo, Anissa and Angel, boom. You let them, they both are point forward type players. They both can handle the ball. They both are good on the glass. They both are great defenders. They both can switch. Oh yeah. You still got the Layla, I forgot the rookie. So yeah, she's 21. That's who your starting point guard is. Lacan. So you got Lacan at the point, Mabry at the 2, Sanaya at the 3, Anissa at the 4, Angel at the 5. Yo, that's crazy. Stop it. That's crazy. I'm taking that. First of all, defensively with Sanaya, Anissa, and Angel, insane. Insane. Then let's talk about coming off the bench. You can have Aaliyah Edwards at your forward, paired with Olivia Nelson-Ododa at your center, coming off the benchy. They moving on from Lindsay Allen. I don't know why she in the league. I mean, I'm not a proponent of, saying people don't deserve a job or whatever, or opportunity, but I don't know what she brings to the game at this stage, 30 years old. Let's see what her career averages are. Her career averages are 2.4 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Not enough for me to retain her. Okay. I need a vet with some sense with them. Tina Charles. Okay. So if you got Tina, that means you start her. So you start Tina and Angel and you bring Anissa off the bench. But that means you got too many bigs here. So that means you either moving off from Aaliyah Edwards or Olivia Nelson-Ododa. Which one is it? I'm a proponent of keeping Tina Charles. She's a legend. And any given night, she can give you 15 to 20. Okay? So yeah, for sure. She's a Hall of Famer right now. If she retired today, she would have a yellow jacket, gold jacket for the next John. So yeah, Tina Charles makes sense, but then with that means that our starting lineup got to change. So now if Tina Charles is still on the team next season, that means you go Layla Akan starting at the point. You go Marina Mabry starting at the 2. You go Sanaya Rivers starting at the 3. Okay. Or you go Anissa Morrow starting at the 3 and bring Sanaya Rivers off the bench. Okay. So you got some wiggle room there. So let's say we go Lakan, Mabry, Anissa, Angel, Tina. Someone in the paint who ain't finna get punked. Yeah, so I like that. So I like Lakan, Mabry, Anissa, Angel, Tina. Shit, you ain't getting nowhere near the paint. You ain't getting nowhere near the paint. If your small forward is Anissa and you back that up with Angel, and then you back her up with Tina. Y'all, you shitting me? That that's crazy. The length, the intensity, the tenacity, the defense just in general would be fire from those 3 positions. Then off the bench, more than likely, if you acquire Angel, you're probably moving off of Aaliyah Edwards. Okay, you're probably moving off of Aaliyah Edwards. I'm not trading Nelson Adota. Okay, I'm keeping Nelson Adota. She's 6'5". Okay, keeping her. Aaliyah Edwards, who's 6'3". Yeah, she's got size. She got hustle. She remind me of the female Anderson Varejao. Like, I feel like she's never really going to give us, great offensive performances. But she's just an all around just hustle player. She can dominate on the rebound in one game. I don't expect her to do that every game. She one game she can be a steals leader, a rebound leader. But I think that what we're gonna get from Aaliyah Edwards is gonna be defense and hustle based. I don't think it's gonna be point based. That being said, if I have to move off from Aaliyah Edwards, I'm not mad. I mean, especially with the draft, you can draft whomever that you need to replace. So you can potentially draft. As a matter of fact, how many picks do they have? How many picks does Connecticut have in 2026? Connecticut Sun. Let me make sure so I don't give him nothing else. Connecticut Sun currently possesses 2 first-round picks in the 2026 draft. They have their own first-round 2026 pick that came from New York Liberty from that transaction. And then they have the right to swap first-round picks from Washington. Okay? So they got their own first round and they could swap with Washington, which Washington might be picking 3rd or 4th. You think if Connecticut picks first, then Dallas, then Washington probably, and then LA, more than likely. So if Washington picks 3rd, Connecticut is probably going to have the 1st and the 3rd pick next season. So you can replace your another big and a guard through the draft. So technically, Connecticut don't really have to do no drastic trades to get significant names on this team because they can just continue to build through the draft. Like obviously they're already doing. Plus, Lakan is not, from our American system, right? She played internationally, so she's not a rookie to basketball. You know what I mean? We can't look at her collegiate career. We can look at her professional international career. That being said, who's to say that they don't spin a draft pick and go find the next Dominique Malunga? Okay. You listen, just like Americans got them coming out, so do they. So, the next Lee Yaroo. You feel me? The ladies can play. You know what I'm saying? Women's sports are taking over the world. You heard? So Angel can fit over here with Connecticut. I think we kind of mapped that out. We probably mapped out about 2 or 3 different scenarios or like starting lineups. Then we got LA. LA doesn't have as much flexibility, but because they were probably going to be picking 4th, they might have some decisions to make as far as do they want to retain the bigs that they have, right? are they going to continue to build around the key pieces that they have right now? So obviously we know players like De'Erica Hamby more than likely aren't going anywhere. And we know Rakia Jackson aren't going anywhere. Kelsey Plum is not going anywhere, right? Now, you still have Azurá Stevens. I mean, that's a question mark. They might decide to keep Azurá Stevens. I would for sure. Bet. I'm definitely keeping that. Alyssa Peely, you know, she is playing with her old college coach. So her college coach may try to keep her on the love. But she's still undersized. I don't really know what her true position is going to be in the W. She was a forward in college, but 5'11", 235 in the W, you're just a kind of a oversized small forward. So a big forward, but that's a power forward. But you're not big enough. So I think for Lisa Peely to really carve out a spot in the W, she probably needs to get down to like 210. You feel me? Just so she can play that small forward position and really play those wing minutes. That's the only reason why. If Elisa was 6'2", hell yeah, I definitely have her as my big because she definitely got game. But then you got Sanaya Fegan, you got Emma Cannon, you got Cameron Brink, right? So these are your bigs. Now we know they ain't moving off of Cameron Brink. 6'4", 23. She missed the season. She only played like a little over half of this season. So they ain't moving off her. Cameron Brink is there. Emma Cannon and Sanaya Fegan. These are the moves that I would be looking at, right? Emma Cannon is 36, so more than likely she's not going to be here. But Sanaya is a big move, and if they could move off of Sanaya, which is kind of their future package, Sanaya, Alyssa, and then go out and get Angel. Now let's just look at it. Let's say you got Angel on your team. You don't have Sanaya Fegan. Maybe you got to come up off of Azurá Stevens too. So let's say you lose Azurá, you lose Sanaya, you lose Alyssa Peely, you get Angel Reese. Let's talk about the starting lineup. Well, first and foremost, they definitely need to upgrade that point guard position because Julie Aleman ain't gonna cut it. Okay, not gonna cut it. So next, because they're probably gonna be picking 4 or 5 in the draft, more than likely they're probably gonna draft that guard. Okay, draft a guard, start her with Kelsey or keep Julie Aleman there to kind of like train this rookie, kind of get her up to speed, and then take the training wheels off as the season matures. So I got, let's say you start in Julie Aleman as your point, which I don't really want, so I ain't even gonna roll like that. I got Kelsey Plum. I got Rakia. Okay. Here's where the shenanigans start right here. Now, you can keep De'Erica Hamby as your small forward and just go big, big, big. I ain't mad at that though. So let's talk about it. You got Kelsey, Rakia, De'Erica, Angel, Cameron Brink. Kelsey, Rakia, De'Erica, Angel, Cameron Brink. I'm cool with that. I think Rakia moving forward in her career, she's going to be more of a true shooting guard. I don't think she's going to be playing those small 4 minutes. Obviously, she can. You feel me? Shout out to Steven. I hope I'm saying it right, Steven or Stephen. Shout out to you. Hello. Welcome to Her Core, Her Rules. It's your girl, Najah Lee. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Appreciate y'all hitting the like and a subscribe. And definitely appreciate y'all getting into the chat. We gonna catch this vibe together, y'all. Look, so the starting lineup potentially, if Angel can get to LA, and I think it could work. I got Kelsey Plum. I got starting at the point guard. I got Rakia Jackson starting at the shooting guard. I got De'Erica Hamby as my small forward. I got Angel as my power forward, point forward, and I have Cameron Brink as my center. I think Cameron Brink can stretch the floor enough where her and Angel don't really have to like fight over court space. Okay. So I like that. I like that. Angel also loves playing with another, I don't want to say quality big, but just another scoring big. You feel me? So we know how she works with Camilla. Now you have Cameron. And Cameron is not a person that you actually gotta like. Now I want to say feature in the offense, but you don't necessarily have to. If you got 20, 30 plays, you're gonna run in the course of a game, right? Maybe 4 set plays a quarter. You don't have to run that play for Cameron Brink. You don't have to. I mean, you can do the pick and roll. You can do the pick and pop, pick and flare. But I like what Stefan says. Angel and Brink as a double queen, blocking queen, great defense and more. I mean, just their pair on the defense is mind-boggling. On the defense, Cameron Brink, she be swallowing shots. Yeah, right? And even if Angel doesn't get like the block, leaders or top 5 in blocks or whatever, she deters a lot of shots, right? She just is pesty, just a pest on defense. I would love to see Angel and Cameron Brink as a pair on defense. On offense, again, I mean, what if you ran the pick and roll with Angel and Cameron, though? Instead of having a pick and roll with a guard and a big, just running with the 2 bigs, with the point forward and Cameron Brink. Allie, I mean, just do the lob to the Cameron Brink, though. You feel me? And then how you gonna play it? If I'm a center or I'm a power forward and I'm checking Angel and Cameron and they running the pick and roll, how I play it? Am I just automatically gonna switch? Any switch, any gap, any crease in that defense, now with the IQ of an Angel and the ball handling that I know she's gonna improve on and have even better dialed in next year. Coming off that screen, you can have Cameron with the straight dart to the basket, long arm, big target, quick, great footwork. Or you can have her flare out. Or if y'all don't know what y'all do, y'all want to switch, y'all stuck. I don't know if we want to hedge. Okay, well now Angel can take the shot. Now she can put the ball on the court. Now she can get into the meat of the defense, draw fouls, still kick it to Cameron when she collapsed the defense or makes the defense collapse on her, still drop the pass to Cameron Brink. So what's up, everybody? Shout out to BJ Beagles, Free Bayou Barbie from Chicago, the trash organization, and the Titanic ship. Y'all, they drowning. Free Angel, they drowning. They drowning over there. And I said at the top of the broadcast, man, not only do we need to, I want to free Camilla, I want to free Haley, I want to free Ariel Atkins. I mean, anybody who got more than, if they contracting is not over this year, right? If they not going into free agency, everybody else who's still on the contract, man, free that girl, man. Hashtag free her. Okay, put it in the chat. Hold on, let me put it in the chat. Gotta lead by example. Okay, hashtag free her. Hashtag free. Oh, I didn't forgot the hashtag. And you know what? I be spelling angel like angle all the time. That's crazy. my little ring finger, it be doing the little twerk. Yeah, you don't be trying to do right. Free her, free Angel, free all the ladies in the Chicago organization, man. They got to go, man. They got to go. So yeah, that's why I think Angel will make a great fit with LA. A great fit with LA. The last other potential possibility that we said before, or I said, this is a reach. Okay, it's a reach. It's not spot on. Y'all watch the show on Netflix, Perfect Match, right? Or even while you on Netflix, when Netflix recommends a show to you, they'll say this is a 89% match, 72% match, 99% match. That's kind of how we got to look at a free Angel. Where can she thrive, right? I think Dallas is the closest match, right? I think Dallas, you get in that 90% range in matches, right? Of potential success. depending on what LA's vision is and how they want to stockpile assets for the future, if they trying to wait on Juju and this, that, and the third, this business it's getting deeper and deeper because there's so much talent coming out of the NCAA. So free Angel Reese, free all that. All that. They can leave Camilla next jumping ship is crazy. They can leave all that. They can leave Camilla. That's crazy. Oh yeah, I believe that for sure. Angel is definitely done. You know what I mean? Shaq alluded to Angel being done as well. Like when Shaq reposts on Instagram and reshare stories of other people saying that she need to go. Okay, and that's her big homie, big OG, her mentor. You know what I'm saying? Basketball professionally. I think that he telling her like, y'all, we listen, don't worry about it. We gonna get you out of here. You feel me? We gonna figure out the best place for you. So I think it would be best suited for everybody, from the organization standpoint and from Angel standpoint, is to sit down and work out a great landing place for her. Because I mean, the organization can't look us in the face and look her in the face and say we did right by you. We actually gave you the pieces you wanted and you needed. And that's why I keep bringing this parallel to Angel and bringing up, LeBron James's, rookie season, right? His first stint with the Cavs. I'm a Cavs fan. I'm from Cleveland, born and raised. So when I understood LeBron's frustration when he's saying like, I got to get out of here because y'all aren't providing me with the support on court that I need. Now, the difference between LeBron's situation and Angel's situation is that they wasn't going outside their way, bending over backwards to make him upset. They were literally doing the opposite. They was giving him everything but good damn players. You feel me? Like, so when Angel say I need great players, we need better players, that's the same thing LeBron was saying. I need better players, right? They didn't give it to him. He said, I'd take my talents to South Beach, right? He did it in a kind of tacky way, but whatever. We get over that. It is what it is. He went down to South Beach, got his 2 rings, you feel me? Then, mature man, humbled himself. Our ownership humbled themselves. They was able to touch and agree and meet somewhere in the middle, find some understanding. Come back to Cleveland, right? Right your wrong. Give us what you said you was going to give us in the first place, right? Take us to the finals 4 years in a row. Boom, boom, boom. Exciting times. We finally get our ring, 2016. This is for you. You feel me? Now, in the perfect world, Chicago would just be like, you know what? Instead of losing her, let's just use this time to retool, because we see that she 1 foot out. Shout out to Benny the Butcher out of Buffalo. 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We see she 1 foot out. We see she 1 foot in because she still love the city. She love how the people embrace her. If she stayed in Chicago, she'd have a statue in Chicago like Jordan. What? An Angel Reese statue in Chicago would absolutely happen if she stayed in Chicago and they won, even if they got to the finals. Well, but if they won something, she would have a statue there for sure. So I believe when she says she want to stay there, I believe that that's true. Like, I feel like she don't want to be the person that jumps ship, but also, is it really jumping ship when y'all the ones that put the holes in it? Like, it ain't like we actually hit an iceberg. The iceberg was my drunk captain, you feel me, who said, oh, I don't need no map. And now we out here stuck out here lost in the middle of the sea looking stupid. So, yeah, man, I feel like the first 4 teams we went through, DC, Dallas. If y'all new to the live stream, just rewind. We went through the first 4 teams, DC, Dallas, LA, Connecticut. Figured out a good way for her to be on that team, what the starting lineup would look like. And then potentially, what her help would be between guards and other bigs. LJ is trash. He don't support Angel. He supports CC. He is a buck dancer, cooning for the man. We must tell them slavery is over. BJ. Listen, I'm not mad, man. I mean, it's been a lot of craziness going on. Just so much stuff that we've heard that management have said and coaches have said. I'm like, yo, this should never be said. Like, this shouldn't be happening. So it's been a lot this season. Steven says Angel, Brink, Jackson, Plum will be a dominant force throughout the league. Hamby, Camilla Cardoso, Haley Van Lith, Maddie Westbell will be a great fit too. Okay, so we talking Trey and Angel for Hamby and maybe some other little pieces on LA's bench, right? So we got for LA, we have Angel, Brink, Jackson, and Plum. That'll be your starting four. And then that fifth person, either you have a true point guard and you really let Plum be your shooting guard. You know what I mean? Maybe they draft Olivia Miles. I don't know, but you got the point guard, Plum as a 2, Jackson as a 3, Angel Brink or Brink Angel. However, that's crazy. Now, Hamby, the problem is she ain't going to Chicago. The OGs ain't going to Chicago. They done been there and done that. And as far as being oppressed, right? Having to deal with the BS. Hamby had her fair share of BS to deal with the Las Vegas Aces organization. So I don't think she going anywhere where she can't just be at peace and play basketball. But Hamby and Camilla would look great together, I think. Haley Van Lith and Maddie Westbell, I don't know what they gonna look like because I don't know what they pretty much look like this season. They've been so inconsistent. Haley ain't played enough minutes for me to really have a articulate opinion about Haley, aside from I think she deserves more. That's all. I really do think she deserves more. Angel and Paige will be a great pair as well. Absolutely. So we said, like, in Dallas, you can go a couple different ways. Like if they draft a point guard, fine. But if they use what they have, you can go JJ Quinterly and Page, or you can go Isaiah James and Page, or you can go Page and another guard, right? You can have Page be your point. We don't know how that's going to look. But let's just say, forget the point guard for a second. You have Page as your 2. You have, I got to pull the roster up again. You had, who did I had? Okay, roster. Hold on. Oh, that's the wrong team. I need Dallas. Okay. So I had Paige as my 2, Diamond Miller as my 3. I had Angel as my 4. No, I had Angel as my 5. Yep, I had Angel as my 5 over there with Dallas, right? So they have a lot of guards in Dallas. They're real guard heavy. They don't have a lot of forwards. So I had Angel as my 5. I had Leah Rue as my forward. I have Diamond Miller as my small forward and Paige as my shooting guard. So however they go with the one, if that want to be Quinterly. But again, Quinterly tore ACL, Leah Rue tore their ACL. So we might not even see them next season. More than likely we're not. So just even remove Quinterly and Leah Rue. Matter of fact, are they still on the roster? Yeah, they both are still on the roster. Yeah. BJ says Haley Van Lith isn't a point guard, so she's more of a 2 guard, but genius Coach M want her to be a point guard and she's more catch and shoot guard. I think Haley can be a combo guard. I just think that it has to be a right system where she is allotted the opportunity to take the shots when she needs to take the shots. So I don't think that's gonna work. If Chicago keeps Tyler Marsh, nothing is gonna work. Nothing is gonna work with Tyler Marsh. He's trash. So if Haley gonna be anything in the WNBA, she got to get out of there. Now, if Chicago retains Tyler Marsh, we already know what's happening here. They tanking. If Chicago comes back next season with Tyler Marsh as a head coach, Chicago is tanking. So that being said, I mean, I really hated for Haley Van Lith, man. I really love her game in college, right? I think she's a real feisty player, and she can definitely be a X factor player, whether on offense or defense. But she is a player, from what I've seen, that can be swayed one way or another, like mentally, about like her confidence, right? And she just got to get that right team, that right coach. Yeah, so BJ says he's agreed. Steven, she can be a 5 or a point forward with Asia. Yeah, so if Asia again, I mean Angel, I'm sorry, with any team Angel goes on, depending on who she's paired with, I think she can either be a 4 or a 5. A 4 or a 5, depending on who she's paired with. Like we said, if she goes to Connecticut, she's a 4, right? Because she's probably sitting next to Tina Charles, right? If she goes to DC, more than likely she's a 5, right? Because Kiki probably is gonna be your 4. Kiki plays a little closer to the basket as far as shots attempts, and she likes to be in the paint, da 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 da. And then Angel gonna be all over the court anyway, I feel like next season, right? So I don't think she's gonna spend as much time in the paint, but I do think she's gonna spend a lot of time in the mid-range. So I would expect to see evolution in Angel's game in the mid-range. I need her to be confident shooting that mid-range. I'm talking about LaMarcus Aldridge confident. I'm talking about don't leave me open. I'm talking about DeMar DeRozan confidence. I need that level of confidence shooting those 15, 17 footers like Asia, like NECA. You feel me? That's what I need from her next season. If she give us a consistent, 50, 55% shooting from the field from 2-pointers. Right now, she's shooting right around 40%. Actually, it's 40% exactly. So if Angel comes in next season, jumps that up to about 50, 52, 53% from 2-pointers, we got somebody that's probably giving us 18 and 15 a night, maybe 18 and 12 a night. If Angel is giving us 18 and 12 a night, potentially 20 and 12, because this is just where I got a lot of confidence in her, right? In her growth and development individually, and offensively. I feel Angel be better in the 4 or on the wing and bring the ball up and roam, set up plays and be a floater for sure. Kind of like how we see Alyssa Thomas is doing that. Like she's actually bringing the ball up, and actually initiating the offense. But I think her ball handling and her usage in ball handling is going to be dependent upon who the guards are on the team that she plays on. For instance, if she's playing with the Page and another point guard, she's not going to need to do as much as far as getting other people involved. But what she is going to need to do is just maintain her effectiveness and efficiency on the court. So when the ball is in your hands, when you have those moments when Paige is not on the court, or let's say Marina Mabrey or Sanaa Rivers or one of these other ball handlers are not on the court, then Angel know that everything is coming from her. You feel me? But I think her being in a position where she doesn't have to be the one to make everybody else be the one, I think that's the perfect position for her. So the only way to get her in that light is to make sure she's with a guard, like a for real guard. She ain't played with a good guard yet. I mean, Ariel Atkins is a great guard, but it was never gonna work. It was never gonna work. Courtney Vandersloot, yeah, never gonna work. Never gonna work. So you get Angel with a good guard, a really good quality guard. We're not gonna need her to be doing all this. But when she does, she can do it at an even higher level because she don't have to do it all the time. It's like when Asia player of the month, when she can shoot 100% from the three, because she don't have to take a lot of threes to be dominant, right? This playoffs, we've been seeing her bring the ball up the court. During this 17-0 run, we've been seeing her do a little bit more ball handling from half court on down, like actually dribbling into the handoff, or instead of just waiting on Chelsea or Jackie O to come get it, she's dribbling, taking the ball to them. So we've been seeing a lot of that, but obviously she don't need to do as much because she got Chelsea, she got Jackie, she has Dana, you know what I mean? She has, I'm just gonna stop right there. I ain't gonna name nobody else. So yeah, with the top 4 teams that we've named between DC, LA, Dallas, and Connecticut, let me know in the chat, who do y'all think would be a best fit for Angel and where she would thrive the best between those 4 teams: DC, Dallas, LA, and Connecticut. Right. Kennedy Carter was the best 2 guards she had on Sky. You're absolutely right. So my bad, and that's respect to Kennedy Carter. But I be forgetting that Kennedy Carter is such at peace with her life, playing in Mexico and whatnot. And you know what I'm saying? She just been cutting up where she is. So I keep forgetting that her, Angel, and Teaspoon really was like the big 3 over there in Chicago last season. And unfortunately, again, that's the first bag they fumbled was Kennedy Carter. So they goofy for that. They goofy for that. It will work as long as the point guard is a dominant ball call. Paige is flexible. Exactly. Right. So yeah, we saying the same thing for real. If you have a point guard, like for instance, right now in Dallas, you got the main guard over there is Enrique. But we see that the offense isn't fluid with Enrique. Remember those moments when Enrique was injured, right? And you had Isaiah James and Quinterly playing big guard minutes. And the one game you had Quinterly, Isaiah, and Paige all had 20 points that game, all rookies. I feel like when you have other guards next to Paige that are okay with moving off the ball, okay with getting theirs how they get theirs, and okay with passing, it works. So yeah, I agree. As long as you do have a flexible guard, Angel could thrive and still be that point forward with that guard as long as they are flexible. And Paige would fit the criteria for that, for sure. Louis T, welcome back, Louis T. Welcome back, Louis T. I like Angel as a small ball 5 with her current skill set. I think Chicago is the best place for her to experiment with her game. I think on a win now team, we just see rebounding and defense. See, I kind of agree with that, but see, that's also why I didn't really put win now teams on there. Like I got New York on here, but that's a reach. That's just me thinking outside the box, thinking that maybe JJ and Emma are gone. You feel me? Maybe Bree misses a good part of the beginning of the season just to kind of heal up. So you could have T Cloud, you can have Sab, you can have Angel, and then you have your fill-ins, you know what I mean, your role players. So that's the only reason why I got New York on there. Now, outside of them, Dallas ain't no winning team, DC ain't no winning team, Connecticut ain't no winning team, and LA, they're a sub 500 team too. So I mean, none of these are like the win now teams. I mean, granted, LA wanted to make to the playoffs, but even if they made the playoffs, they would have got swept. Next season, if everything starts off healthy, they can make some fuss, but I still don't think that they would be a top, 4 team or maybe even 5 team in the West. I still don't. I mean, I still think that you got to be a top 4 team, right? At least. So I don't think still. So I think I chose 4 teams that are not win now teams that are still very much so in the rebuild mode. Even if they kind of sneak into the playoffs, even if they snuck into the playoffs. I think they need more for her I think they need more her from Dallas. More from her in Dallas. Something like that. I don't know. Let me know if I'm missing with your point. My bad. Apologies if I am. Steven says maybe Valkyries. I mean, you know what? Valkyries expansion team, and we got more expansion teams coming too, right? Right? We got Portland coming. We got who else coming? Tampa. Am I making that up? Let me see. WNBA expansion team. I know Cleveland coming. But who is coming in 2026? I know Portland. Portland Fire and Toronto Tempo. That's right. Toronto Tempo. So again, with the expansion teams and the CBA and all these 1-year deals that was signed this year, I mean, I feel like the entire WNBA gonna look different. So, we kind of just all over the place right now because we really don't know what next year is gonna look like. Maybe the Valkyries could work. I think they definitely got the right coach. They definitely got the right coach over there, right? They got the right point guard. Shout out to Veronica Burton. They got what's the center name? and she had a really good game. She actually had a really good playoffs. What's her name? Why am I forgetting her name? Oh yeah, Fat Bengal. Am I saying that right? Timmy. Anyway, Timmy, she played well so far. Kate Martin kind of missing a little bit. But yeah, they got some room. They definitely got some opportunity. Rupert, absolutely. They definitely got some opportunity. I love Salon. I love Janelle Salon. Great game. Hell, if you put Janelle Salon and Angel on the court together, boy, you cooking with grease. Okay. You cooking with grease. So Chicago won a mayonnaise team, and the team is built around Grandma Vandersloot. I mean, that's I mean, you ain't listen, you not using no filters today, BJ. I'm not mad at that. And you are you right for real. They definitely want they're not embracing the youth movement. And the WNBA is the youth movement right now. This is the new W. They want you to have, the people that's running your team to be, 4 years or less. You feel me? And those are the teams that we're going to see be successful moving forward. If you think that the Asia built team where you got Asia and you have these veterans next to her and these Olympians next to her, if you think that's the model moving forward, that's great, right? But those vets are getting older, right? And they're passing the baton to the new, and now I want to say improve, but the new faces, the new school, right? And it happens with every sport when the generation is slowly shifting, and when Kobe has to pass the baton to LeBron. You feel me? So Asia's right there in the middle of her prime. Nafisa is right there in the middle of her prime, but Brianna Stewart is on the other side of her prime, right? BG is coming off the bench, right? So the names that we use: Sue Bird retired, Diana Taurasi retired. You feel me? When is Tina Charles gonna retire? Maybe another 2 years or so. So the names that we've been familiar with the last 8 to 10 years, these are the names that we about to not be saying too much longer, right? I meant Arike. They need her. They need. Oh, okay, yeah. So I see what you're saying. So yeah, they definitely played better without Arike this season. And I was a proponent all season long. After about game 10, I said, go ahead and trade Arike. And then when it got to the trade deadline, I said, trade Arike now. Trade her for picks. You ain't even got to do nothing at the All-Star break with her. Trade her for picks. So then the next season you can go in April, go into the draft with 2-3 more picks. You feel me? You know how much Vegas gave up for Nalissa Smith? They gave up a first round for Nalissa Smith. What you think somebody giving up for Arike? 2 first rounds? 3 first rounds, maybe? So, yeah. General manager Jeff P is trying to resurrect the past with Slew. I mean, I don't know, bro. The best we was gonna see was when she won the ring, right? The second one, right? The second one with New York. That was it. I don't know why they thought the very next season, after the extensive wear and tear, going to the finals, doing this, that, and the third. I don't know why they thought that was going to mean that she was going to come back, hit the ground running, and still be able to. Nah, man. You listen. I already know. That's why I said I'm an older lady now. I'm a mature lady. I need to try on the sneakers before I just haul off and buy them. Okay, my feet ain't the same no more. So I don't know what Chicago was trying to do, but at the top of the season, the roster never looked like it was going to be successful. Chicago ain't real because they don't have a talent scouting department. Absolutely not. What are we doing? Y'all, everything looks. But she's past her prime. Who passed her prime? I forgot. Who we talking about? Tina. Yeah, man, I just don't know. Chicago is so stressful. They stress me out all season long, bro. And I can't. And that's why this episode was really for us to think positive about potential landing spaces for Angel, because I cannot deal with this next season. Yes, Sloot was past her prime. Yeah, matter of fact, she was past her prime in New York, though. But see, it look a little different when you next to Sabrina, right? So you next to a young, youthful guard where you ain't necessarily gotta. She can make you look better, for real. Like, she can really make you look better because she taking the real pressure off of you. So Slew had some great moments for sure, right? Some great moments. And Sab had some great moments. But I don't think that team, I think that team could have still did what they. I don't want to disrespect Slew. I don't want to disrespect Slew. I don't want to disrespect Slew. Sorry to Slew. Get better soon. Hope you come back to the W. But what if you did, I'm not building no team around Paul. I'm not building no team around CP3. Chris Paul. You know, I'm not building no team around Chris Paul. That's what Vandersloot is. She the Chris Paul of the WNBA. Yeah, you a great point guard. You a great backup point guard. Why don't you get that? You feel me? Yeah, Chris Paul started like 80. He played 82 games last year with the Spurs. He started the majority of them games. Guess what? Nobody cared. Victor Wembanyama wasn't playing. That season. As soon as Victor Wembanyama went down, that season was in the tank. So if the roles were reversed, and if the roles were reversed and Angel went down instead of Sloop, they'd still be in the same position. Still not making the playoffs, still being the second, third, fourth worst team in the league. Like, what are we talking about? She should not be a starting guard. Exactly. She should be coming off the bench. You're good. You're great. But you're mature. You feel me? Like, you're old. You feel me? I ain't ageist either. You feel me? But I ain't a young tenderoni the way I used to be. It's some things I just can't do no more. It's so many. I play pickup basketball, right? I know my limits. I know I can't run 4, 5, 6 games in a row. I know after 2 games, I can be like, all right, I need a sub. What you mean sub? Ain't no sub. No, somebody play for me. I'm gone. I gotta go home. I gotta make dinner. You feel me? So yeah, everybody ain't the same. You feel me? While y'all here, make sure y'all hop in the chat. Make sure y'all hit the like. Please hit the subscribe too. I appreciate it. Every like, every subscribe, it goes and it helps the algorithm, helps YouTube spread the word so more people pull up, so that we can have more great high level conversation about the WNBA. And guess what, y'all? By me being a Cavs fan, the soon as the WNBA season ends, I'm switching right over into NBA. So if y'all like the NBA, if y'all like that 82 game season ride, we here for it. We still here for it. So yeah, that's what we doing, man. But look, man, y'all been laughing at me, but for real, I be dead eye. I need Angel out of there. I need Camilla out of there. My boy earlier said, no, Camilla can stay. You know, don't free Camilla, but free Angel though. Yeah, we definitely gonna talk the NBA talk. Big Cavs talk, big energy talk. We definitely got to talk about the free agencies, and it's still some, you know, I mean, y'all know Westbrook's still a free agent. That's crazy. I would have thought he would have been on the team by now. So, you know, we still got some things to talk about, but I'm giving my ladies, because over here on Her Court, Her Rules, we got to give the ladies the respect that they deserve, right? We got to give them the floor, right? Remember when you was a kid and you're like, oh, whoever talking, they got the floor, right? So we got to give the ladies the floor. This day moment, I ain't talking about the NBA until the WNBA season is over with. We ain't about to have, you know, nah. The women got their time, and the dusty men gonna have their time here soon. No shade. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no beef. Also like to mention all of Angel's shoes sold out today. Exactly. As a matter of fact, I logged on. I went onto the site at 10 a.m. All the sizes were available, right? I went back to the site at 1:58. Nothing was available. They had 2 sizes left in the black and white Johns. 2 sizes left. It said, hurry up. Check out your cart. Check your cart out now. We have 2 left. I said, well, you ain't got my size, no way. But again, I've been trying to see when they're going to announce the shoes being in a store. Hibbett, Dick's Sporting Goods, something. I need to. It ain't like Reebok got no flagship stores nowhere. You feel me? So I need to put my feet in them and wear them and walk up and down the aisle with them to see how I'm rocking with them. Because it's more than just style for me. I got a bunch of shoes that I bought for style. I'm not doing that no more. Okay. The players, Sivka, they plan to build around her and Vandersloot. I don't think Camilla will stay. Angel is bigger than the sky. BJ. Yeah, I agree. I feel like they gonna move off of Camilla and Angel, regardless of what Jeff P say. Oh, we intend to have Angel on a team next year. Whatever. You've been lying all season. Keep the lies to yourself. I don't believe you. You hear me? So yeah, I think everybody need to go. And you saying Sivka, they plan to build around her and Vandersloot. Well, yeah, we'll go. Well, y'all go ahead and we see if y'all make it past being the second to worst team in the league next season. Good luck with that. I went to Dick's today, not in the store yet. Yeah, they not in the store yet. They not on the I saw online they said they might be going to Dick's, they might be going to Kohl's. I don't know. But Kohl's do be getting some Reeboks and shit though. But again, I don't be going to no Kohl's. What? Only Cole I know played on Martin. You feel me? I don't know Kohl's. So if Dick's get them, I'm gonna pull up on Dick's. I ain't been at Dick's in a while too. I used to work there way back in the back. So I hope Dick's do get them and I can pull up on them and try them on. I definitely want to try them on. I'm jacking the white Johns, the little dusty ones. You know what I'm saying? I'm jacking those. Those is fire. And the black and white ones fire too. I like the pink ones. You know, if I was a little 5-6-year-old girl or something like that, I rock the pink ones for real. But I'm real gone. I'm not rocking that pink. The two-tone pink. I'm not. My bad, y'all. I'm not rocking that two-tone pink. I'm not doing that. I would never wear enough pink to get away with those shoes. They'd be like, damn, why you got them pink shoes on? You ain't got nothing. No, see, so if anything, I got maybe a little pink in a stripe or something like that. But we actually looked at the shoes yesterday online on our live stream, and we actually looked at the commercial too. How y'all like the commercial? How y'all think about the commercial? I think the commercial was fire. I don't like to compare, but it ain't hit like Asia's though. And with the amount of time that they had, they could have dialed it up a little bit more. But I'm gonna give it a A. I'm gonna get a commercial an A. I like the lyrics. You feel me? I like what Angel was saying. I like when she was saying like when she was looking out the train again, and she was, instead of seeing whatever you see when you look out the train, the brick wall or the skyline or whatever, she was actually seeing herself playing. So I like it. I like it. So I like the Me Bond. I mean, I like it marketing wise. I feel like they capitalized on all the things that they say that are negative against her. They were able to spin it and present it in front of us visually in a manner that is like, oh yeah, shit. When y'all talking that Me Bound shit, nigga, I'm getting them Me Bound Angel Reese's. What are you talking about? So yeah, I think the commercial was fire. BJ agrees. Commercial was dope. Love it. Loved it too. Watched it a couple times. Matter of fact, I could probably pull it up again real quick so we can watch it again. If y'all haven't watched it yet, I mean, it's all over the place. I mean, you should have seen it yet. Should have seen it already. But if y'all have not, we can check it out real quick. I don't know when the purple and black will debut. I don't know that purple and black code too. That purple and black code too. So whenever it does, I mean, I also want another colorway, like something red and black or something red and gray. I need another colorway. Like I don't the pearl is cute. But I'm getting them to see, I'm not like everybody else. I'm getting the shoe to hoop in. You feel me? I'm getting the shoe to hoop in. So I want to hoop. You feel me? I want to hoop. Here go the commercial real quick. We could check this out. And start this over from the tippy. Let's start this over for the tippy. We're gonna check out this commercial one more time. Noise, headlines, hashtags. They talk like they know me, like they built me. That word anyway. That's fire. That's fire. I mean, the little beat. I'm jacking a little beat too. Shit, I thought I'm about to spit a little one too. Yo, yo, For real though, hold on. You feel me? I think they preparing for other colors. I mean, yeah, I kind of expect this kind of to roll out similar to like Asia's, right? So you're gonna drop with 3 signature colors, the colors that you kind of building and framing the brand around and your logo around, right? So the black, the pearl, the pink, boom, and then kind of like how I think Asia then hit us with like 15, 16 colorways since she didn't drop. So yeah, I think she's gonna go crazy with the colorways. She came out. BJ said she came out with a light gold tan color. I think how the styling of the shoe is and the actual design of the shoe, I think you could play with a lot of different colors. And I think the shoe can actually kind of be like the white. It can be all one solid color and then change your color of the accents like the Reebok, the logo, the laces. You feel me? So I think they got some options here. But let me see. I think we talked about all the potential landing places everywhere that Angel can be best suited. Um, Anybody else got some teams maybe we didn't discuss? I think we even threw in a guest threw in the Valks. Shout out to you because I hadn't even thought about them for real. So the Valkyries could work. We got Dallas, we got Connecticut, we got DC. And then potentially on the reach, we got New York, right? So all the major playoff teams like Atlanta, Indiana, though they're playing tonight. Asia and the Aces, Seattle. I don't see her on any of those teams. I don't see her on Phoenix. I don't see her in Minnesota. So, you know what I mean? I think we could pretty much solidify where she can go. I seen it like sometimes in November, seen it on a podcast today. Showtime, my brother. Oh, Showtime. I think he got the locks, right? I feel like I be following I feel like I'm subscribed to him as well. Um Showtime podcast. I feel like I'm subscribed to him as well. So shout out to Showtime. Shout out to all the indie content creators on YouTube that's talking about basketball, talking about the WNBA at a high level. Send Showtime my shout out. Next time I pull up, I'll tell him that BJ spoke highly of you too. So I'm pulling up again. Usually I'm in a lot of they lives. I support Showtime and women's basketball universe as well. I just love their consistency. I like their topics. So shout out to them. And shout out to all the other content creators on the web that's doing this for the W. This episode and every other episode here on Her Court, Her Rules or Beyond the Lens TV in general is brought to you and powered by For Your Lens, a lifestyle brand encouraging all conscious creators like you to live, move, and create with purpose and intention. I'm talking about we do everything with purpose and intention. We wear the right clothes. The statements got to line up with our morals, our values, our principles. So when you go to freeyourlens.com and you want to check out who is the machine behind the podcast, Her Core, Her Rules, behind Beyond the Lens TV, check Free Your Lens out, freeyourlens.com. You see it right there on the bottom of the screen. Check us out. And you can also check out the Free Your Lens 10 principle shorts, right? The 10 pillar shorts, right? It's all about, again, moving with purpose and intention. And we decide to wear our principles over here. So if you go check those out, freeyourlens.com, you might see something you like and then let us know. You feel me? Let us know. Get in the comments. Hey, yo, Najah. Again, all the production on Beyond the Lens TV is brought to you by me, right? So I'm a serial creator. I love doing this. And I appreciate everybody for pulling up to give me even a platform to get up here and talk my nonsense about basketball, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Make sure before you leave today, hit the like, hit the subscribe, get into the comments. Let me know that you did pull up. Say what's up. Hashtag HCHR. You feel me? Let me go ahead and put that in there. Hashtag Her Court, Her Rules. We go live every Wednesday, okay? We go live every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. EST. We give y'all the WNBA weekly recap and all the other, news, gossip related, whatever, little hot tea that we came across during that week. But we in playoff season, baby. So we ain't really stirring the teapot. We ain't, holding up the pinkies, drinking the nah. We keeping it basketball, keeping it a bean, keeping it basketball over here, right? So y'all make sure y'all tune into them games tonight, starting at 7:30. We got Atlanta versus Indy, and we got the Aces in Seattle. Game three tonight, bro. Big game threes tonight, man. Big game threes tonight. I'm excited. Y'all let me know who y'all got in the comments. Go on the page, go to the video, not the live chat. Go to the video. Y'all let me know who y'all got tonight. Y'all got Aces in the game three. Seattle with the upset. Okay, Indiana with the upset, or we got Atlanta going ahead and belt the A right at the house tonight. Okay. Both games tonight are at home. Obviously, the game is in Vegas and the game is in Atlanta. So great games tonight starting at 7:30. Y'all get y'all snacks, get y'all libations, whatever y'all need to get through both of these games. Y'all have a blessed Thursday, a even more peaceful, you know what I'm saying, exciting weekend. And we're going to catch y'all next week. It's your girl, Najah Lee. Peace and freedom.